Welcome to Health Smarts. Yep, that's a light bulb. Don't worry, I'm not changing careers. I'm not going to sell light bulbs. Although I always have wondered, this thing's guaranteed for life. Whose life is it? And where the heck is that receipt if I want to take it back? Oh well, on with the rest of the story. The reason I was holding that is that I believe that understanding health insurance is almost as easy as changing a light bulb. And really, what we need to do is just step back and understand what health insurance is really doing. When you buy health insurance, what you're actually doing is buying protection from a large financial loss. It's no different than homeowners insurance. You buy that in case the house burns down, and hopefully it doesn't. The same thing applies to health insurance. But the problem is making sure that you got the right kind, because most of us, if we had to, could afford a few thousand. We might have to put it on a payment plan, might take us 4 or 5 years to pay it, but it wouldn't bankrupt us. But if you got a plan that only paid 10,000 and then you had to pay the rest, you're done. So that's why I suggest that you be very careful and look at what your plan actually says. If it says hospital and indemnity or something of that nature, be careful, because it may well have limits of what it pays. And a lot of times that people will sell what's called limited benefit plans. Those almost always will leave you standing in the rain without an umbrella. So let's talk about where you can be sure. If you're buying on ACA, you're safe. All of those plans have maximums unlimited. Now they may have 10,000 out of pocket per person, but at least the maximum is unlimited. If I'm selling you a comprehensive plan, which is mostly what I do, I'm going to guarantee you that it's got high limits. So the first part of any health plan is deductible. That's what you pay first. After you pay that, then the plan starts paying part or all of the rest of it. It may have what's called a coinsurance part, and that is simply what it says, co. You pay part, the insurance company pays part. And that may be 50-50, it may be 20-80 where you're paying 20 and they're paying 80. And again, it will have a maximum. It's very common in today's world to have a deductible of $2,500 to $5,000, and then coinsurance of 20 or 30 or even 50% up to $7,000 to $10,000. The next thing is copays. Copays are something where you pay per service. So for example, you go to the doctor, you pay $20, $30, or $40 copay. You go to the emergency room, you might have $1,000 copay. You might have $150. But you need to understand that those normally do not apply towards your deductible, and they normally don't apply towards your coinsurance. So they actually could cause you to have more out of pocket. All policies that are sold that are compliant have a maximum out of pocket. That would be deductible plus coinsurance plus copays, including costs of your medication where you pay part. Now some plans have been marketed that the copays for drugs never stops, and some don't cover certain types of drugs. If they don't cover them, then it doesn't apply to any of your out of pocket. Another important thing to think about is if you're buying a short-term plan, what's the maximum benefit? Short-term plans may have a maximum of 100,000, 250, 500, or a million. Typically, the maximum they will have is $1 million. The other thing that you understand is that those plans normally have a limited duration. hence the name short-term. So a short-term plan is one you get for a period of time. You can usually renew them and then do a new one. The amount of limit on a short-term plan isn't as important as it is on a regular ACA or a true comprehensive plan, because typically those are not meant to be kept forever. And if you do get something serious, most likely you'll transition into an Affordable Care Act plan the next open enrollment. So thanks for watching, and don't worry, I do wash this shirt now and then, so it'll be clean the next time you see it. Have a great day. I hope to see you soon.